Welcome to another episode of Out Loud and Laughing. Get ready. It's Bryan and Jon, two gay cousins having big talks and even bigger laughs. Join us. Let's see what they're up to. It's Out Loud and Laughing.
All right. Welcome back to another episode of Out Loud and Laughing with Bryan and
Jon, I love today.
you do? Okay. Tell
I
me.
love today. It's Valentine's Day.
It is. It's Valentine's Day. It's a day of love.
What's there not to love?
How's your day been?
Awful. No, it's been good. I woke up, did my sort of normal routine. Brody's my Valentine this year, so that's super cute. And
Brody
definitely
is your,
my dog.
just to clarify, people may not.
No, yeah. So I have a dog. His name is Brody, and he's my Valentine. Yeah, it's been a nice day, uneventful, and just I've been loving myself. How about
I
you?
love
What's
it.
been your day? You've got the husband who gets you 20 dozen red roses and the balloons over the house, right?
Yeah. So it's been a long week. My husband's been sick all week,
So no.
coughing. So he's been in bed. So I've been solo parenting all week. The kids have been getting over some sickness, and I have had some kidney stone issues, I think. So today he found out that he has not pneumonia, COVID, which is still a thing. So he's in bed with 6 different medications. So I went to the urologist today, who copped a feel when I had to pull down my pants. That's probably the
No,
most I'm
that's
going to
a
get
Valentine.
today.
That's a Valentine.
That's Valentine's. So while my husband's in bed sick, I had to go to a urologist to get some sort of Valentine's Day treat.
I mean, this is cheating in your 40s. Just go to your doctor, go to your urologist. Everyone has a urologist,
Pay your copay, and
It's a doctor's
so yeah,
with a happy ending.
yeah. So it's fairly
Wait,
low
so
key.
so Adam is in bed right now?
Adam is in bed right now. He's been in bed for the last 3 days. Yeah.
Man, I didn't even know that. Everyone that I've been talking to, including some people at my work, have just been out with some variation of whatever it is that's going right now. You
Oh,
can hear
it's
I'm still sort of congested myself. So
There's a lot going around. So, I mean, I always say the kiddos aren't sick, which makes life a lot easier
thank
because they get
God.
to go to school. They are a little more self-sufficient. And when they're sick, they're very needy. Whereas adults, if we're sick, yeah, we're a little needy, but we just want some Netflix and lay in bed and kind of be left alone. So,
Or in my world, chill.
yeah, and Netflix and sleep. So, yeah, but it's Valentine's Day and the kiddos had a fun day at
I was
school.
gonna say, did you do all the things?
All the things. So for everyone listening, I'm sure you guys can all remember, the whole fun of being in school and getting the Valentine's box and writing all your Valentine's cards and candy and all the things. And
Staying up the night before and making sure you have all your classmates written down. And then you misspell one, but you only have 3 left. You're like, but I didn't like her that much anyway. She's getting the misspelled one. I missed those days.
well, even more importantly, when it's all relative, right? Stress. And when you're in elementary school, the stress of picking out the box of cards that's going to represent you for that year,
Oh,
very important.
so which direction did the kids go? So you have a girl and you have a boy. You have Kenzie and you have Ollie.
Yeah, so Kenzie went with the more theological quotes, and Ollie, no, just kidding. Ollie, Ollie definitely went with no, what did he go with? Spider-Man. And Kenzie is all things mermaid, which
Cute.
it's super cute. The couple of differences between when we did it in the 90s versus now is you're not allowed to bring any candy to school anymore. It's nut free, sugar free, all of that. And so, which I feel like that was the more important part than the card, but
Yeah,
at least as when you're receiving the cards, right?
hands down.
But they get tattoos and stickers, and it's honestly it's kind of boring. But Kenzie was super excited to because she's in her last year of preschool, starts kindergarten next year, so we're
Oh
full on
man,
letter. Yeah, we're letter writing. So
loving that school right now.
she had to write. I made her write every single card out herself this year.
Listen,
So
did she do a good job?
she, yes, she just can't get her little ends right. Those always go backwards. Like she does the hump
Cute.
and then the line at the end, which, hopefully
No,
one day she gets over it, but a part of me is hoping she doesn't, and that's just her trademark.
I love it because she has an N in her name.
It
That's like that's her
Yes.
brand. That's her
So
brand.
every single time she writes her name, the end's wrong, and then I said, "Kenzie, your end's wrong," and she was just like, "That's okay, I'll get it right next time." And I was like, "You know what? I love that spirit."
Maybe we should all be a little nicer to ourselves. Just give ourselves a little Kenzie in our day.
A little Kenzie.
Um,
So they came home with a bunch of cards, a bunch of stickers, a bunch of useless crap, which they absolutely love. I got them some candy, a little bit of toys and stuff. I don't know. It's not like a crazy holiday, but I
do
feel
you like
like,
morning Valentines before school with them or like when they come home?
yeah, when they wake up, there's like a couple of things on the table. Nothing, again, it's like honestly like $10 worth of stuff for each of them. You also can buy them like a Tootsie Roll and they would be happy. So I've learned not to go too crazy on how we like buy them stuff. But yeah, they had a good day and they're just on a sugar high.
I literally went to Publix and my favorite deodorants were like on super sale. And I bought myself like 8 sticks. And that was my Valentine's Day present to myself. 8 sticks
Love
of deodorant,
yourself.
but I don't have to worry about deodorant for the rest of the year now. Do you follow?
You don't, well, yeah, love yourself, love your scent. So
They
happy
say love
Valentine's Day to your,
stinks, but I don't know, not this year.
but your armpits, well,
This year smells like Riverview Mountain Forest or whatever the hell they want to name it.
so I think it's safe to say that you and I have, this is probably the most love we're going to have today is talking to each other.
It's all I need.
I know. I agree. What else is going on? Tell me.
You know, I'm like dating some guy. So there's that thing that's happening in my life right now, which is kind of going well. We've touched base and we're going to probably go to dinner after this call. I'm kind of
Okay.
excited. It's kind of why I have the shirt on and a little trying things on. I don't think I'm going to wear it.
I think you look great and you're wearing
Oh,
pink. It's super festive.
yeah. I thought that, see. It's just really interesting at this phase of our lives to just be dating. And so Valentine's Day has like this weird new spin for me this year where it's like, we're not putting all of our eggs in one basket. I have a life to manage. He sort of is in his routine as well. And so when you're at this stage of your life, like dating's a little bit weirder. It's not as fatally
Yeah.
prioritized on everybody's list. And so, you know, I'm going to put it this way. It's chill. I think that's what the kids are saying these days. No, it's really neat. It's a nice experience. The guy is really kind. We have a good time together. So yeah, so that, things are going well. That's been sort of on my radar. I've been really busy with work. I think we all have that happening in our lives. So I'm really trying to be mindful about,
Listen,
you know, all that.
it's
What do you,
February. It's February 14th, but it feels like we've already done a full year with everything
yeah,
that's happening. I think when we talk about love, there's very little of it happening right now in the world. And so, um, finding it anywhere you can, even if you're not finding love tonight at dinner, you're finding like that's
yeah.
good for now,
Yeah.
So it's like, take it where you can get it.
I really boiled it all down to this idea of self-love. It's taken me a long time to really believe it. I think we hear it, we know it. I can personally say now that like I understand the value of it. Even down to reading a book, finding a little bit of downtime and solace in the quiet. I love that. I love like
Yeah.
going to the gym, things that I not used to not love for myself. Like I love taking care of myself. So I'm sort of reframing love this year.
Listen, I completely agree,
Yeah.
right? It's hard for anyone to love other people unless you love yourself. I agree. I think that's why we kind of put Valentine's Day on hold in our household. It's like we're all just taking care of ourselves. And I
Yeah.
think everyone's just trying to just figure it out. I think the one thing that, there's a quote that one of my good friends told me once, because I was like, when I had the babies and stuff, like super, super overwhelmed and like there's just a lot going on. And you and I are givers, like we like to help everyone sometimes before we even help ourselves, which
Yeah.
is both a blessing and a curse, I would say.
We're
So
givers. We're not.
yeah, but the one thing that someone told me once was the airplanes even tell you when the masks fall down, put your mask on first. And you can't support anyone else unless you're supporting and loving yourself. And so I completely agree where it's like, okay, 2025 Valentine's Day, a little focus on me. And that's
Yeah.
okay.
And you know what I really, really like about it, on top of the fact that everybody gets to heal and feel that themselves, is that it's something that you and I could really relate to, given sort of all this the other things that are so different in our lives. That I think great for everybody, a reminder for everybody that we're all going on the individual journeys, regardless if we're in a family unit, if we're rolling out there solo, if we're just sort of like getting back up on our feet. We're all sort of just doing our best. And that
Yeah,
self love that we're giving ourselves is just so we can show up stronger for everyone else that we do love.
I agree. And I wonder if today's reflection on love also brings up like an interesting topic too around, everything that's happened so far in this world, especially in the US specifically. Gotta say that really fast. Been a very long day. Uh it You start to reflect on the love that you thought you've had from other people and if it truly was love and friendship. You
Yeah.
know, when I talk about like support and, obviously politically, but even people just supporting your day to day. And I don't know. I also think of Valentine, and we're going a little deep on Valentine's Day. I love it. It's interesting
Make it
because,
bleed. Make it hurt.
well, it's a good self reflection on,
Of course.
do these people love me? Have they checked in? Is this a friendship worth going through? Because I think to your point, like, I don't know. We have to
You're
like spend the time where we have it.
you're absolutely right. These conversations have actually come up with people in my world, and since I think the changing of the guards, I'm not
Yeah.
gonna use its name anymore.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
But since then, with sort of a lot of the putrid and really vile sort of conversations that come from just that mindset, really made me have to sit back and reframe and sort of redefine and understand what love was. No
Mhm.
longer for me was it just showing up. Now it's about showing up and showing out. Put your words where your mouth is. I mean, there are some really horrible things happening right now, and not in the name of love. Let's just put it that way. That I think everybody knows. And so now it's about you really digging deep and seeing how much you love yourself so that you can go out and love everybody else the right way. Because at the end of the day, all of the things that are happening surface level are really, really distractions for the ways that people that don't love us at the very, very top. And they're gonna show us very quickly. And there are power in numbers. And love is like a very powerful force. So if everybody just sort of like operates in sort of that mindset, we could, I mean, truly, I know it sounds crazy, but like, I do think that good comes out of it. I'll walk by somebody, give them a smile, and I can see their day change right there. So don't tell me,
Yeah. The
you
little
know,
things.
yeah. Oh
I
no,
think I
like what do you feel? Like, what do you feel? Like, how are you doing with sort
No,
of all?
yeah, I'm the same as you. I think it's more you don't say it, you show it, right? And I think it's interesting with this whole concept of love because I think you and I were raised practically the same, right? And I think we were always raised to say, I love you, but I don't know if we were always taught the right way to show love, right? The way we did it was we just said it. We hugged every single time we walked into a room.
Yeah,
We said, I love you every time we laughed with a hug. And that was it. But I don't know if we truly were ever taught like, what support really looks like. Yes, we were supported with education, we were supported financially, but I think there was just that certain element that I don't know, that maybe that we just never felt that true. I don't know how to, I'm trying to explain it. Maybe you can help me like figure out the words.
yeah. The way that I've actually come to learn it so far, and it might change again as I continue to grow, but so far where I'm at with that is we were raised in basically like a fight or flight survival mode. It comes from generational sort of like our story and sort of our
Mhm.
family. Um, a lot of it was subconsciously casted upon us. And so in my opinion, what it was is that
our family knew what love was supposed to look like. We knew like we were supposed to be kind. We were supposed to hug, kiss, show affection, be respectful, all of those. But I think we weren't taught how to feel, and not only just love, but sort of the range. And so because of that, I feel a lot of people in our family have held a lot of things in, and that's really painful. And so the way that that like looks on the outside sometimes is like snapping at the people you love or blaming the people you love because you just know that they're not going to go away. And so that's
Yeah.
why it doesn't bother me anymore. Like I know the intention's not there because I know they love us because they show us. I just
Agreed.
don't know that we've been taught how to feel it. I think that's where I'm sort of like working. That's what I'm working on, honestly.
Yeah, I agree. And I think it's as much as like a Valentine's Day is super like important and I love it and it's all about love and I try and show it to my family and people, friends and stuff. I think the love is when you're showing it on the day that you're not supposed to quote unquote show love, right? So like if I'm walking down the sidewalk and I'm thinking about John and how his day is, I should just text him saying thinking of you. I feel like those little things were things that we weren't necessarily taught. It was more like, to your point, we hugged, we kissed, but that was when we kind of felt like we had to do it or when it was like a little more robotic.
I
So
think
I
we
feel
should
like stepping outside of that. I'm sorry.
you think we should step outside of what?
No, I think it's just stepping outside of kind of nor that it was normal for us, like, just to do that, but I don't think you and I'm not really gonna speak for you, but for me, like, I just did it. I just gave the hug. I said, "I love you." But that's just what we did, but I never truly took a step back, I guess, growing up as a kid to, like, understand why I did that, and then what I'm trying to do with my kids now is when, we're just hanging out, I'm like, "Oh, I love you, right?" And I hug him, and, like, I try to make sure, like, I keep that dialogue not robotic. So I do it in very different moments. So it doesn't feel like it only happens in one moment, in one instance. And so there's love kind of thread through our life and our house. And again, I am not perfect. I think there's a lot for me to learn as a parent, but I do know that I want to make sure that emotionally my kids feel safe and they feel like they are truly in a loving household and that they don't always necessarily need me to say it, but I want them to always feel it.
I think why that makes so much sense is because a really great way that can sort of exhibit love is just to hold space for one another, like to not even have to define it. To not say that in that moment you have to be or act or say or do any certain thing. Like if you're having a moment, whether it be one of joy or one of like displeasure, that you can come here, like there is safe space for you to be held, not held, listened to, not listened to. You can yell, you can vent, you can scream. Like I hold space for you unconditionally. And that to me is
Yes.
just like the depth of what love can be. And I think that's the way
I
you show it to your children too, because I've seen it firsthand.
Yeah, I agree.
And
Um,
raising a 3-year old sometimes turns you on your backside of love, but I see you. I know.
and
Don't
not turn on your
you?
backside the way we want to be on Valentine's Day.
Exactly. Oh gosh.
Um, well, I love you. I am
Ooh,
so happy I got to spend even a little bit of time with you on Valentine's Day. I guess I'm more of your appetizer before your big dinner date tonight.
I know. I'm gonna go get my snack.
Now, hold on quickly before we go. I want to know a
Okay.
little bit about the date, not the person,
Okay.
because we will talk about that person, I'm sure, at some point, but more around like, is this like Chili's Cheesecake Factory, like a Bryan Jon kind of vibe restaurant? Or are you going to one of those that has like a set menu and it's heart balloons everywhere? Like, give all the viewers like a vibe of what it's gonna look like.
So we're going middle of the road. Okay.
Okay, so
So it's nothing gonna be super fancy. Season's 52. You
okay,
know,
yeah,
I feel like it's like up there, but it's also not like a commitment. I don't want some like amazing worthy restaurant like wasted on a date. I'd like to make that an experience other than something that you never know how these things go.
yeah,
Yeah. So it's gonna be just a season 52 night. It's on the water, so there'll be some walking later. This isn't our first time going out. We've been sort of seeing each other on and on, like on for like weeks now. So it's very new.
okay, yep,
And we'll probably end up going back to his spot, watching some TV. We really enjoy watching like YouTubes. He used to be on Broadway, and so he like has all of these like favorite performances and stuff that he likes to pull up. It's really cute. And since I
There's a
like,
really good channel on YouTube called Out Loud and Laugh. You should probably
oh,
check it out.
that's really. I'll let him know. Actually, I don't know if he's heard of it. Actually, I will say before I go, really, really cute. We were texting right before I got on to talk to you.
Yeah.
And he basically said, and by the way, I think a better wizard would be ... like just insinuating that he's listening to our podcast. I think that one's reference from our first one,
I love
Dancing for
that.
Life. And I was just like, you're cute. And then I said, I mean, cool, bro.
While you pump your chest a little bit.
I did. I went to the gym today. Anyway, I love you. That's going to be my day. We'll report back. I promise.
I love you too. Happy Valentine's Day, everyone.
Happy Valentine's Day, everyone. We'll see you soon.